Good morning, guys. So, obviously, got an update here. Since the last video, which was about, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I mistakenly said we have no work, we're having a hard time finding work. And let me tell you something, just God comes in and intervenes sometimes. Or if you don't believe in it, some divine intervention, you don't believe in that, sometimes things just take off, right? And let me tell you something. It did. As soon as I hung up, or, got done with that video, hit the stop record button. I got a couple phone calls, two of them, boom. And I can't remember the jobs. There was a Will Hub job and something else, and then it was like the floodgates opened up for that week, and we ended up pulling in like 15 jobs, and just boom, 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 left, right, quoting, quoting, quoting. So we haven't done all 15, and yesterday we ended up getting three more quotable jobs. Hopefully we get some good money from that. But as you can see, so far, this is my cut from the money, right? And I've been storing this money here because we're going to get an OBD reader, and I still got some tools to buy for this. It's a little windy. It's actually freezing cold here in Ohio right now, comparatively. But as you can see, we have made some pretty good profit. But here's the thing about this. For every $1,000 I make, he's making $4, right? And eventually we're gonna have a shop, and everything's gonna get split up a little differently than that. But let me tell you why that is the way it is. Because you have to have good, reliable people. Now, yeah, I'm not making a ton of money right now. I will eventually, especially when work picks up. I will eventually. Cody is an amazing mechanic. I mean, this guy, there's not a whole lot he can't fix. We're about to hit a rear seal job. Or rear main in the motor, and that Kia actually that you've seen us work on. So we found a compromised seal on that. We found a compromised head cover gasket. The pan, I wasn't sold on the pan leaking. Took it off RTV, sealed it anyway. That was a pretty good job. But the guy said he wasn't, obviously it was still leaking. Wasn't satisfied that it was still leaking. Pretty cool customer though, I'll be honest with you. Pretty cool cat. So now we're going to go over there and we're going to hit that rear main. It's a big job. We're going to videotape the whole thing. Distributor unit on that Ford is coming up here today. Actually, I'm going to finish that video up today. We did a 96 Bronco. Amazing job on a 96 Bronco. That's super cool, man. And then this weekend, as so long as we're not crazy slammed, we're actually going to go ahead and put on our patch piece for the Red Danger. I ain't got no name for our work truck. And we're going to kind of come up with some schematics and maybe make a flatbed with toolboxes on it, but we ain't there yet. So, but yeah, it's super cool. So it's just determination and good marketing. I've gotten lucky with Facebook. Has been a huge source for me to be able to market and push this company. And let me tell you something. For the right price, people will take you. I have found, though, that I cannot outcompete a certain clientele of people, and those people are the crackheads. I'm just going to say how it is, crackheads, man. I was advertising $100 a tire for brakes. Now people are like, "Oh, that's expensive. That's that's going to come to $400." Well, if you take it to a shop, they're probably going to run about $250, depending on where you go, depending on the type of car. So we're running a solid. If you buy parts, rotors and brake pads for $100, that's pretty good for around here. For around here, Ohio, Cincinnati, Dayton, Ohio, that's not a bad price. It's competitive. But I was on Facebook, I'm scrolling through there, seeing if anybody needs car help, and I see somebody say, "Hey, I need someone to come do my brakes and rotors." So what happens with that? What happens with the brakes and rotors, right? I say, "Hey, I bet you we're competitive. Give us a call." Some other guy got on there. He was like, "Actually, I'm more competitive." And the people asked what the price was, and this guy said $25 a side. Yeah, okay. $25 a side. So, obviously, didn't get that job. I'm not competing with $25 a side, and no one should. That guy is crazy. He's desperate. He's looking for something that is beyond that, and that's why we're here, because we come back behind guys like that, and we end up fixing stuff up. We've got a couple different jobs going on where we have actually worked behind some crackhead mechanics. That's what I'm just calling them. The crackhead mechanics. They come in there, boom, 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 ripping parts out, putting parts back in, and they're wiring things backwards. Chevy Malibu wired a starter backwards, draining the battery, ended up destroying the battery, all kinds of bad things. Went through the whole thing, alternator, everything. He ended up having them replace the starter and alternator. We're talking about almost $1,000 in parts and labor right there, just in those two parts. And he had him replace it because he was like, that's what it is. And the whole time, had nothing to do. The starter was locked up. That's the initial cause. And because he replaced the starter, then the alternator, he said, went out. Well, that can't be. That's why they have starter tester or alternator testers. But they didn't test it. They trusted the guy, and then boom, where are they now? They're $1,000 in the hole. They're broke down in a McDonald's parking lot, and they're calling Colorado. And Colorado shows up, and we just show out. We show up there, we get everything, we go through. Then we found that he wired the starter backwards, and because he did that job, because he wired that starter backwards, it cost him an additional $600 just on his end, and then another $200 to $250 for us to come out there on a Sunday, and then another $200 for them to have us fix that problem. So we're looking at $1,100, $1,200 in the hole, and so that's pretty bad. And that's why you always go with a trusted mechanic. You don't just stop. You don't just say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and go with the cheaper version of those guys, because first off, you can't duplicate Colorado because we're just the best. It's just what it is. But you know what I'm saying. You can't duplicate quality of work, especially for the cheaper price. If you're going to want quality, you got to pay for it. And unfortunately, those people try to skip out and have their, this crackhead they found on Facebook do it. So, no, we got that done. We got that taken care of, and now we're moving on. So, just that update was right there. We have got plenty of work. You guys are amazing. The viewers that I've got are amazing. Thank you so much. That Ford video, big time, the best video I've ever personally made. I've got a couple different YouTube channels. It's the best physical video that I've ever got. 207 views on it so far. That's the most I've ever gotten on a video. Shorts are doing good. I had one hit 10K on the shorts. That's awesome. And my recent one just hit 1,000. It's the first time I've been in the 5 digits and or 4 digits. Sorry, 4 digits in about 2 weeks since the actual 10K video. So super cool, and that's because of you guys. It's because you guys are watching this stuff and you're keeping me floating. So I appreciate you guys. 220 likes or follows and like 200 likes on the Facebook page. And that's coming together. So everything's working out, guys, and it's because of you consistent viewers. It's because of people who are consistently calling us for work. You guys are making this happen for us. So thank you so much. And if you all need anything, like I said, as always, 513-267-6666. No job's too far for the right price. Remember that. For the right price, we'll come to you. California, what's up? Colorado's there. It might be a little bit more pricey than your typical mechanic, but we're coming to you, baby. New York, hey, we'll try it once. I'm not a big fan of New York, but we'll be there. Montana, sure, why not? We might lose signal, but we'll get a receptor or whatever they call it. Give us a call. No job's too far. 513-267-6666. Thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.